Well, today we have here what is this device to which we are going to be able to recover in a very easy and simple way. In this video tutorial we are not going to use the PC. We are going to use a method totally without a PC. An updated method to be able to recover our device to be able to solve what is the screen lock. Since our device what we did was change this block lock and we reset it. When we reset it we were now left with the same screen lock also with the Google account. As we can see here on the top left side we have this little padlock when we have this little scan it is because our device has the Google account with the forgotten Gmail account. What are we going to do to be able to recover our device? Let's watch the video tutorial step by step without fast forwarding it to be able to solve what this problem is with this device. Let's go here. In the option, let's give it here and start. Let's start to be able to configure our device and we're going to connect to a Wi-Fi network before starting the recovery process. Let's connect to the Wi-Fi networks before starting this recovery process. Let's wait for our device to focus well. We connect to a Wi-Fi network and from here it would take us to the following settings. Previously we could enter from here through policy and privacy and from there we could go to the last option and then we would go up and go here where it says Motorola COM support. From here it would take us to the next section. And from here we could enter doing this process from here by touching the screen. We could enter, we clicked here on share here some series of powers would appear. We could enter our device. Let's try again. We click share, but this is no longer working also in the other case. We could also enter here in information from the application, but it does not let us either enter those options. These devices have evolved and security has changed. That's why we've made this video tutorial so you don't miss any details and can troubleshoot and recover your device. What are we going to do in this video tutorial? We're going to use a totally different method to recover our device. We were left with our Google account and our Gmail account forgotten. The second case was to use a locked card with a PIN code. And we pressed the emergency call. From there, we could access our phone. But those functions aren't working anymore because we click on it with our finger and it lets us access Google Maps. But don't worry. In this video tutorial, we're going to use a totally different method. A totally updated method for those who really want to recover their device. What we're going to do is the following. Well, let's introduce what a SIM card is first, before starting to explore our device to configure it. With a SIM card, we will explain what we are going to do everything. We are going to wait for the signal to come out. Well, let's go back what is back and now we are going to click accept and continue and we are going to get to where it appears what is let's wait where our screen lock appears and we forgot our lock. We changed it and after a while we had forgotten it and what we did was reset our phone and we were left with this little padlock now that it no longer lets us enter anywhere. That is why it is always recommended that when we create a Google account, it is always recommended to write down the Google account for what? So that when we forget a screen lock, we can recover here where it says use a Google account. Whether having written down the Google account, you are going to write the account and then the password. Also, having said that, suddenly you also suddenly did not write down the Google account, but you do know if you have the phone number, we can also recover our device by phone number. Here it tells us the Gmail or phone. We can now write it here. Also with a code that we receive on our device. We can access that Google account through our phone. It would be the second option. We always recommend that when you create a Google account, recommended to write it down. Add a phone number and add an email to the alternative. The alternative email is so that you receive a code where you will be able to enter your device. You will be able to recover it. That is one of the very important recommendations when we create a Google account. Well, we will click here where it says forget. We will click here on forget. Here we will write anything. We click here, we will also write anything here. Here we will do the same thing. Ready. Now what we are going to do is click. Click here several times. We are going to click around there for about 30 seconds. When those 30 seconds have passed, we will do the following. We will do the option to be able to recover our device. We will recover it in a very easy and very simple way. Well, we will continue trying when we do this. Then what we are going to do now is the next. Let's go. Now that those 30 seconds have passed, we're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to go back to the beginning. Start quickly. Here we can see that we still have an emergency call. That we can see before we could also enter directly from here. A menu came up here, it showed us what the contacts were that we had on our device. That was one of the two options. Another was also to click here several times. Then we clicked back. Then we clicked forward so we could. Well, let's do this. So what we're going to do now is the following. Let's go. Let's search. Let's synchronize. Let's do some synchronizations of our device. Let's do the following. As I had told you previously, our device already let us enter what was the blocked SIM card. With PIN code, we are going to continue using what is a SAR blocked with PIN code. But we should already enter the emergency call. But we are going to use what is an alternative. What would be that alternative that we are going to use in this video tutorial? What we are going to use now that we are here is a keyboard to access our device. We are going to use what is a keyboard. We have it. We are going to use a keyboard. This is the keyboard that we are going to use in this video tutorial. We raise the keyboard. Since we have the pin inserted, we are going to go to the emergency call. We are going to use what is an OTG. We are going to use an OTG. Here we have it, an OTG. We are going to insert the keyboard connector. And we are going to connect what is our keyboard to the phone. And now what are we going to do? We are going to do the following. We are going to dial the emergency number according to the country, and we are going to hit enter to be able to enter. We are going to dial the country number. We are going to hit enter here. We are going to dial the second one. It is loaded, so that the location is loaded. Is loaded. The location. Wait for that location to be loaded so we can enter our device. Sometimes it usually takes a while. If it works for us like this, then we have to enter another additional code. No, yes, here it is. Here we can see that it took us somewhere. Let's see, sometimes it usually enters or sometimes it does not usually enter. If it does not usually work the first time, we have to try again. That is why it is always advisable to watch the video tutorial step by step, so that you don't miss any details, and you can solve the recovery of your device. Now what are we going to do? Let's go here. Let's remove the SIM card, sorry to see. We will be able to enter what is our device. Let's remove the SIM card. We remove that SIM card. We remove it. Now we turn off. We pay again. We will hold here. Ready. We will give it a single click back. Here we can see that we can enter our device. Now what we are going to do is the following. We are going to click here on skip. We click here on skip here, these options will be enabled. We are going to select one of these options that appears here. We are going to click here on share. Share. We are going to click here. We are going to select message here. We are going to write any message, any phone number, sorry. We select, we click on next here, it tells us to insert a SIM card. We are going to re-enter the SIM card because we need a SIM card. We are going to re-enter the SIM card. We are going to re-enter the SIM card. But this time we are not going to use the QR code. We are going to say this. We are not going to use the. We are going to use the Google, but we are going to let the Asincar rate it for us. We are going to share again. We click here message. Here we can select any number again. We are going to select a new number. Now yes, we can see that here it does give us access. Now what are we going to do? We are going to write www.youtube.com. We are going to click send. We are going to click here. Here YouTube is no longer working. Of course, it no longer works because this security is more recent. This security is more updated, but it does not work here. But through the URL, it does let you in. We already use the URL here, it will not show you to downdate YouTube because this device has the latest security. We are going to give it the ball. Sometimes a little nut usually appears. It does not matter. We give it the little nut now. We give it here in accessibility. We enable this accessibility. Now we enable controls here. We'll click on these blue letters that say settings here. We'll enable the accessibility menu. We click on that accessibility menu. Now we're going to open the assistant and now we're going to say let's click here that will enable us. Let's say open Google Maps. Open Google Map. Let's say like this, open Google Maps, open Google. Map from here it opens now, but we need a profile here that should appear here that I'm not seeing here. Now I did go back, but if I had done it from the beginning it would have gone back. It would have come out from here, then I would have had to do the same process. We're going to click here on this little ball. We're going to click here in settings. We're going to click here in notifications. We're going to enable these notifications, then we go back. Then we enter they are enabled, then we go back. We click here in location, we click here. Then we give accessibility, we enable this menu. Location settings. Google. Here we are going to click the three dots. Show system. Here we can see that we find the Google Play services. Let's see if it lets us disable these services. And we can now see that it lets us disable the Google Play services. If it lets us disable the Google Play services, then what we're going to do is go back. We're going to click here on the assistant. Now we're going to write any text here. We're going to write Google to see if what we're looking for appears, and we click. Here. We click here on Google. We click here on the little nut. Click here on Login, add an account. Let's see, it takes us to the same account. We click Use 50. We're going to click here in the last option to see if it lets us enter from here. Here Help, we click the three dots. We click here Open in the browser. Here it takes us to what is Google Chrome. We're going to click here Add an account. We'll see if it takes us directly. Yes, then we're going to click here. It says Use 50. We click No thanks. Then what we're going to do here is add an account, the option. We can create an account or add a personal account. I'm going to add an account that I have here, alternative. Once it's fully created, we're going to click Login. Ready. Now here we're going to click Save. It's already started. I've already logged in. On the device, it's already logged in. So what we're going to do now? What we're going to do now, since we've logged in, is the following. We're going to turn off our phone. Once we're here, we turn it off. We're going to turn it off. Then what we're going to do is press the power button, the volume down button at the same time, until we enter what is the menu of our Motorola. Ready. Now we look for the recovery mode. We press the power button. Now being here, we will do the following. It would take us to what is the Android man. Now we press volume, power button first. Then the volume, release volume, and then the power. Quickly a frequency. We are going to give it here. We are going to give it here where it says wipe data invoice and reset. Then we establish the first option so that our device restarts automatically. Now when our phone restarts, we are going to complete. What is the recovery process of our device? That is why it is always advisable to watch the video tutorial step by step so that you cannot miss any details and you can give it a solution and recovery our phone. We are going to wait a few seconds until it says correctly. I am going to pause the video tutorial, since this always usually takes a few minutes. Well, our device has restarted correctly. But as we can see, the padlock is still there. What did we do? Synchronize a Google account. Now what we are going to do is add. Let's wait. We will explain what we are going to do. Since we added a Google account, we're going to do the following. We're going to enter here and we're going to hit skip. We're going to hit skip here. Skip. Now what we're going to do is add an account, a Wi-Fi network. Ready. Now we're going to wait to re-enter the following settings. We're going to click Accept here. We click Accept and continue. We're going to wait a few seconds. We're going to wait until we get to where that screen lock appears. We're going to wait until we get to where the screen lock appears. And then we're going to complete the recovery process of our device. You know that we also have other totally different methods that We're going to leave in the description of the video and in the first comment. Set for those people who want to see other different methods can go to that description. We're going to use a method by PC and method without PC. We will be leaving it in that description. What we did is we added from now on from Google that we added a Google account. That account we're going to add it again here since that account was synchronized with this device. We're going to add the account with the password. We're not going to add everything. We added, and now here we're going to see that it gives us access. If it gives us access, what we have to do is reformat it and try again. Now if you get this option here, you are going to click here on skip. We are going to click on skip. We click on skip. We click on accept here. We click on skip here. Here it will ask you for the lock pin. You are going to click on skip, then you are going to click on OK here. Now what you are going to do is wait for the following configurations. We are going to click here on skip again. We click on next. We click on next. In next here we are going to click on finish. We click on finish, and so we would have our device fully recovered. Now what we have to do is add a new account, a new screen lock, and be able to use it correctly.